So I know in this racket, meaning radio, TV, entertainment, you're supposed to have a strong stance, this way or that way. And it feels like it's new, it's not. It's always been this way in the radio business. Don't stand on the fence. Well, here's my problem. Life is lived in the middle. Not the fence, you shouldn't be wishy-washy. But life is lived in the nuance. Life is lived in the gray. Life isn't black and white. That's literally why we have this country now, is because for so long people felt that way, and it's now exploded. That's how I feel on certain things. Yeah, there's some things I am 100% in lockstep with, especially when it comes to equality, racial inequality, Jewish insensitivity, which is what the new fad. Black celebrities all over, the athletes are coming out with this idea that Hebrews are the first chosen people. First of all, Jews were probably, not Hebrews. Blacks were the first Hebrews. I honestly don't know what that means, because Jews probably were more black. I mean, like, Jews came out of the desert. If you look where Israel is, it's a part of Europe, but it's like Africa. Egypt borders to the south. Egypt's in Africa. So Israelis would be very dark-skinned. Some may have even been blackened-skinned. So this idea that Hebrews weren't Jews, the Hebrews were black. First of all, why is there an automatic separation? Black people can be Jewish. Like, Judaism isn't a skin color. Judaism has become a culture, but it's a religion. Anyone of any nationality can be Jewish. So I don't, that's a weird, to me, it's not even, you're allowed to have the idea. I mean, it's wrong because it's prejudicial, but it also doesn't make any sense. Like, literally doesn't make any sense. Like, black people should, and Jews don't, they're not automatically separate. They can be the same thing. There are black people that are Jewish. I don't know, that's a weird take to me. But I just don't even understand the concept. It just doesn't make sense rationally. And I get it, hatred doesn't in a way, but at least hatred comes from fear. That's not even a fear thing. That's just totally nonsensical. So I can take a stance on things like that. But okay, the Washington, formerly Redskins, now no names, is to me, yeah, I'm passionate about it because I think it's ridiculous. But I also know the Native American population, especially in that area, we're not against the name. So that's a bunch of, it feels like people of other cultures saying, you should be upset. Well, it's not up to, like we talk about with LGBTQIA and black people and Jews. It's not everyone else's job to tell them to be upset. Or it's not everyone else's job to go the other way, which is what we've done in history. So you're not allowed to be upset. You can't tell me what to be. I am what I am, So the reason it's not in the middle of the road. I'm happy that the Redskins are changing their name because it is a slur, and there's no reason any franchise. We've seen it with the Syracuse, once Orangemen, now Orange. With the St. John's, once Redmen, now Red Storm. We've seen it with a bunch of different teams of college and even professionals. The Washington Bullets are now the Wizards because Bullets was sort of, a jab. In the DC area, there was a lot of urban violence, and that's what Bullets sort of paid homage to and disrespect to, so they changed the name. And it's been years now since they've changed that name. I think it's been like 20 years or something since they've gone from the Bullets to the Wizards. So there's no reason why the Redskins shouldn't change their name. They should. But, and I know why they did. It's because sponsors. Money. For years, Daniel Snyder, and even before then, that organization said, we're not changing our name. Well, sponsors don't open their mouths, we're changing our name. And I get it. It seems heavy-handed. It seems falsha. It seems BS. But, okay. Maybe I'm jaded. I've learned in life, things don't happen until money gets involved. Well, so of course, the Washington franchise isn't going to change their name until the sponsors threaten. All right, but at least they're doing it. Daniel Snyder, when the sponsors first started threatening, Daniel Snyder was still fighting. So at least, even with the sponsors speaking up, they're doing something. And something to me I've learned is better than nothing. I know baby steps suck, but baby steps are at least our steps. And yes, taking baby steps aren't the end goal. We need a lot more. So changing Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben doesn't actually allow black people to get pulled over by a cop and feel like a white person. I get that, and that's what the goal is. But change for the better is still change for the better. And I've learned in life that you accept small victories, use it as a motivator to get the big victories. So Lubie's law for today is, yes, I'm not screw you, Washington, because I've learned in life sometimes with the bigger things, nuance does count. We live in the gray, and Washington getting rid of that Redskins name and finding something more inclusive instead of exclusive, instead of prejudicial, is a win for all of us. This is Lubie's Law.